You met them. You felt the magic. You saw your soul in their eyes, and then they ran. No goodbye, no closure, just silence. If you are experiencing this kind of heartbreak, you are not alone. The twin flame journey is intense, and separation is one of its most painful chapters. But what if the running is not rejection? What if it is spiritual necessity? In this video, we will uncover the real reason your twin flame runs from you. It is not what your heart fears, it is what your soul signed up for. Watch until the end, and do not forget to like and subscribe for more spiritual truth that speaks directly to your soul. Reason number 1, the trigger of deep soul mirrors. When your twin flame meets you, they see everything. Not just your light, but your wounds, your fears, and your unresolved past. And in that mirror, they also see their own. It is overwhelming. Suddenly, they are not just dealing with you, they are confronting decades, lifetimes even, of suppressed emotions. The love is real, but so is the fear. You trigger their healing, but healing is not pretty. It is uncomfortable, it is raw, and for many twin flames, the first instinct is to run, not because you are wrong, but because your presence is right, in a way they are not yet ready to face. Reason number 2, the fear of losing control. Meeting a twin flame is like losing control of your own emotional universe. Everything they thought they had figured out begins to unravel. Old relationships lose meaning. Their career path begins to feel empty. The person they thought they were starts dissolving. You do not just enter their life, you dismantle their identity. For some, this is too much. The ego fears the unknown. It wants certainty, familiarity, and protection. And you, the twin flame, represent the opposite. You are not safe, you are sacred, and sacred feels threatening when the soul is still living in survival mode. So they run, to protect what is falling apart anyway. Reason number 3, incomplete inner work. Twin flame love demands wholeness. It does not allow codependency. It does not settle for half-truths. And if one or both of you still have major inner healing to do, the relationship can feel suffocating. Your twin flame may run because they sense this truth on a soul level. They know they are not ready. Not because they do not love you, but because they do. They want to offer more than their broken pieces. They want to show up as their higher self, not their wounded self. And until they can, the soul chooses separation. It is not abandonment, it is preparation. Reason number 4, the role of the runner in the twin flame dynamic. There is a divine design to every twin flame union. One becomes the chaser, the awakened soul who sees the truth early. The other becomes the runner, the soul still battling the illusions of ego, fear, and identity. This role is not permanent, and it can even reverse. But in the beginning, the runner runs because they are not yet aligned with the love they feel. It scares them, it calls them into growth they did not ask for. But their running is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your awakening, and often, it is the first step toward divine reunion. Reason number 5, overwhelming emotional intensity. No other connection will ever feel this intense. It is not casual, it is cosmic. Your energy merges, your hearts sink, your wounds bleed together. For many, this emotional explosion is too much. They feel like they are drowning in love, in pain, in truth. And if they have never experienced emotional depth before, it can feel like a threat to their very existence. They run because they are overwhelmed. They run because their nervous system is in fight or flight. But that intensity is not chaos, it is clarity. It is proof that something bigger than the both of you is at play. Reason number 6, the illusion of unworthiness. A common reason twin flames run is because they do not feel worthy of the love they are receiving. Your love is unconditional. It sees them completely, and for someone who has lived in shame, guilt, or trauma, this level of acceptance feels alien. They question your motives. They doubt the connection. They wonder what they did to deserve you. And eventually they convince themselves that you are better off without them. It is self-sabotage disguised as protection. They are not running from you. They are running from the parts of themselves they still cannot accept. Reason number 7. Past life karmic baggage. Twin flames often carry unresolved karmic ties from past lifetimes. Old wounds, broken promises, abandonment, betrayal. When you meet again in this life, all that energy returns. Not to punish you, but to be healed. Your twin flame may feel a subconscious pull to run without understanding why. It is not always about the present. Sometimes the soul remembers what the mind does not. They run because their spirit is trying to make sense of a pain that is older than memory, and that running is often what brings these buried wounds to light. Reason number 8. Divine timing is not human timing. You may be ready, you may be certain, but the universe moves in its own rhythm. Twin flame unions are orchestrated by divine timing, not your longing, not your will. And if one of you is not yet spiritually aligned, the connection will be paused. The running is not rejection, it is divine delay. It allows both souls to evolve separately so they can unite more powerfully later. Every moment of silence is part of a greater plan. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And the more you surrender to this timing, the more peace you will feel, even in absence. Reason number 9. They love you. That is why they left. This is the hardest truth to swallow. They may have left not because they did not love you, but because they did. Their love for you forced them to face their deepest self, and they could not bear the thought of hurting you with their unhealed parts. So they stepped away, not to forget you, but to find themselves. Their soul chose growth over comfort, evolution over presence. It hurts, but it is sacred. And one day, when they are ready, their return will not be because they miss you. It will be because they became who they needed to be. Reason number 10. The journey is meant to awaken you. In the end, your twin flame running from you is not about abandonment. It is about awakening. It is about burning away illusion until only truth remains. You came here to heal, to grow, to remember your own divinity. Their absence teaches you presence. Their silence teaches you strength. Their running leads you back to yourself. And when you finally stand in your power, whole and unshaken, you will realize you were never chasing them. You were chasing the version of yourself that could love without fear, lose without collapse, and rise without resentment, bringing it all together. Your twin flame running is not the end of love. It is the beginning of transformation. It forces you to grow into the version of yourself who no longer waits but trusts, who no longer pleads but believes. If they are meant to return, they will, and if not, your soul still expands in sacred purpose. Let the pain teach you, let the silence shape you, and above all, let love, true love, guide you back to yourself. If this brought clarity to your heart, please like and subscribe, and share your journey in the comments. You never know who you might heal by speaking your truth. Your twin flame is not gone. They are becoming, just like you.